Looking back and knowing where we've come from, at all the obstacles that have been placed in our way, the torture, the hangings, even the many mysterious killings of some makes me wonder how I'm even alive, sane, and here today. I will never forget the sacrifices of my parents and my grandparents, the stories they told about the sacrifices our ancestors made. Not that long ago when they were captured, chained, shackled together, then shipped across the ocean, far away in a stockade. You know, it really wasn't that long ago. Even if they try to silence me by cutting off my tongue and ears, my eyes will always tell stories of the oppressor's fears. Our stories and our fears. The fear of being stripped down naked, tied while stinging lashes are thrust upon our rears while questioning the existence of God ever being there, making us pray that God was here and wishing that this soul life's end was near. We are the proud descendants of those who were treated worse than barren dirt. Our fathers and mothers were beaten, bought, sold, rented, and traded. No words could ever excuse our hurt. Everything about us, they told us, was hated. Slave owners didn't care about separating an African man from his family. They were only concerned with their own satisfaction. Status, wealth. To them, we were all just a commodity. They didn't give a damn how we felt. I will not be quiet, get over it, or will I ever forget. That's right. As long as I can still remember and as long as I have breath, I will tell our stories. My great-grandfather's father, Peter, was born enslaved. With a value of $538, he was appraised, listed as property right there on the inventory sheet of slave owner Allen T. Overby, recently deceased. Negro boy bequeathed to another slave owner, ashamed by not mentioning their name, to whom he was released. At the very early age of 7, Peter was separated from his family, peeled forcefully from the loving arms of his weeping mother Jenny, snatched, shirt soaking wet with the tears of his brothers, Frank, age 4, and 2-year-old Joe. Did Peter ever see his family again? I don't know. Slavery, poison heirloom, passed down from one generation to the next generation, living an entire life, most times with very little or no hope at all in sight. America, words are inadequate to describe or excuse our hurt. No matter what they say or feel about slavery, slavery just wasn't right. I will continue to tell our stories. I will not forget. With wide eyes filled with festering hatred, coming from all directions, close together did they band by the blazing dirt with babies in their arms and youngins held tightly by the hand, screaming and yelling nigger as they dragged me by my feet, delivering my reckoning while still I weep. She was forced to spread her young trembling legs as we cried, pleaded, and begged as we bled. Fire burns high rapidly, loudly when generously kindled with seasoned timber of hate. No one escaped unscathed. There was no place to run. There was no place to hide. No place was sacred and no place was safe. What a damn shame. Look, there's time to start healing from the scars of history, but by first telling the truth. Yes, the truth, the reality. This nation, the land of the free, was formed, founded, and is still being governed with ideology embedded in racism, sexism, and other cruel and inhumane atrocities. You see, Native American genocide and slavery are just two of the many deep scars in America's history, doused in blood and tears, evoking painful memories with significance too important not to hear. America, will you ever learn from the scars of history? As you know, I will continue to tell our stories. Now, here we are in the 21st century. Are things really much better? Our judiciary system has gone completely insane, which only makes me realize that although some things have changed, there are still just too many doggone things that have remained the same. And we are the ones left again with immeasurable pain. While evil and unjust people in the highest office remain, we will all be limited as to what we will gain. Yes, we must continue to vote, march, stand out, stand up, speak out loudly for what is right. But for how long will we have to live and fight those who think they're better than all of us, simply because their skin is white. I hate the thought of being shot down because of the color of my skin. But I will always remember, no, unfortunately, I'm constantly reminded every time I walk out the door, that's the cruel reality all black men are in. Will it ever end? Or must we all die before God pays attention to our desperate cry? America, will you please learn from the horrid past and not lose sight? Any action fueled with hate, homophobia, sexism, racism, white supremacy ideology just isn't right. Separating children from their parents and family members at the southern borders, denying basic needs and treating people inhumanely just isn't right. Making and enforcing laws designed to disproportionately put and keep black people and people of color in prison, disenfranchised, depressed, and oppressed just isn't right. Killing our black men, women, and children while no one is being held accountable just isn't right. Please, come on, please learn and let's heal from the scars of history. America, please don't lose sight. Based on the notion, if this idea of America truly being the great nation, land of the free, then liberty, equality, and justice must be inclusive, including people who look like you and me.